Here's a tip sandwich for you. So when I get a schematic, I try to laminate them, especially if I'm going to be writing on them. If I'm going to do a build, I always laminate them because then you can write on them and erase them, and you don't have to get a bunch of different pieces of paper. I also laminate the bill of materials in case I have to make marks and then erase it. You're not looking at a piece of paper that got a bunch of scribbles on it. They make ultra fine tip dry erase markers. Get the ultra fine tip so you're not writing with a big old fat end dry erase marker, which is the most common kind. Also, store your markers. All markers get stored upside down. If you store them like this, all the ink drains to the bottom and eventually they'll prematurely dry out. You store them like this, clear jar, you can see the bottom. Or take a piece of masking tape, color it the color of the marker, then put the masking tape on the top if you can't see the bottom. Here's an example. So you see all of these markers. Well, so this one, you can't see the top. I don't know why that's in there. I'll take that out. But these ones, you can't see what color they are because they're in the bottom. So I took a piece of masking tape, boom, colored the top. Boom, boom, baby. These thin ones are nice because they still have the color on top. You don't have to do something ghetto like that. That's my tip. Oh, you know also is a good tip? Now, I use this because this is some scrap laying around and it worked perfectly. But when you throw your dishwasher away, save the old utensil organizer, and it works perfect for a organizing hoochie-majigger. So when you're building an amp and it has an op amp in it, put sockets in it, because if you have sockets in it and you have to replace this in the future, you can just pull it out. You don't have to take the board out or anything, and you just pop the thing in there right in the socket. There's different kind of sockets. Those ones I had, the ones that you just saw, are individual sockets, but they make different sockets like these. So this is an 8-pin or an 8 per side pin, but I like to use these individual ones because I can make them any size I want. You just clip them. But anyway, they're really cheap and they'll save a lot of headaches in the future. So do yourself and everyone else a favor and use sockets when you're installing op amps. You can also use sockets to install transistors. This is real early in the game, but you can see this is the laminated bill of materials. And as I install things, I check them off the list. I use green because green is a nice color. Red makes you think angry. So things that I do not install on the board are marked with red, but green, that's satisfaction, baby. So I use green.